ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing this building going down in my opinion, very fast, dramatic way. And one question is, how fast did this happen? What was the speed of collapse? Now you get a little physics, and don't be scared. But, because we will see the work of an American physics teacher called David Chandler, who actually used the third video I showed you, the one with Thermite, and used the computer program called Tracker, where you can fix the cursor, in this case, on the northwest corner of the building, and then tracking its position all the way down during the collapse. Now there are 25 frames in a second in a video clip, so you have an internal clock, very accurate, you can determine the time, and you can determine the position of this point. And from that, determine the velocity of the collapse, of the downward movement. And in this curve, we are plotting the velocity as a function of time. As if the building is going down, the curve is going downward. But so the rate is increasing. It's becoming more and more negative as we go in time. Two observations are to be made here. First, you have a sudden onset on the collapse. There's a nick here. The building kind of sits, and then it goes from this point into a straight line. All the points here are lying on the straight line, meaning that the velocity is constantly increasing. And it is increasing with, this is the slope, this is the constant increase. We'll meet this number in 10 seconds, 9.8. Now what does it mean that the velocity is constantly increasing? I asked an old gentleman called Sir Isaac Newton, and he really knows this stuff. He wrote a book, and he published the book in 1687. Actually, it had been lying in the drawer for 20 years, and he didn't dare to publish it because Galileo had been treated rather badly by the Pope for coming with similar statements. So it was lying in his drawer until Harrit, the guy with the comic, came along and said, "You've got to publish this." And this is the most important book in natural science. In this book, you will get all the information about how bodies move in time and space. Isaac Newton. And I asked him to say, what does it mean that the speed is constantly increasing? And he said, this is constant acceleration, which everybody who's driving a car or even flying an aeroplane will know what acceleration is when the speed is increasing constantly. And I said, well, we came out with a value for this acceleration of about 0.988 meters per second squared, and it said this is free fall. Now, what is free fall? This should be taken literally. Free fall means something is falling freely. And he even provided me with the formula for free fall, namely that the height from which the thing is falling is equal to half times the constant g. This is actually this number here, 9.88, and then the time squared. So it was an easy thing for me to take my pocket calculator and make a little calculation. How long time would it take for an object to fall 2 meters? And it came out with 0.66 seconds. So now I'll make a little demonstration. I take my hairbrush and I will let it drop 2 meters, about that, meaning that it's here. It is tried many times before. I'll count to 4 and I'll release it on 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it did indeed hit the ground before I said 4. And if you had been faster with the stopwatch, you would have come up with a value of 0.666. So the hairbrush fell. Nothing was supporting it. It just fell freely. This is free fall. And this is what we observed for the 47th floor of Building 7. Once it goes downwards, it falls as if there is nothing supporting it. At this very moment, every supporting element of the building was eliminated. If some idiot had been standing on the 47th floor, holding an apple or a stone out of the window, and released the apple or the stone, at the moment he or she began moving, the stone would follow the 47th floor on its way down. I have a little video illustrating this. This is free fall.
The ball has started to drop, yet 7 World Trade is still above the starting line. At the 1 second mark, 7 World Trade and the ball are still even. 7 World Trade indeed falls 100 meters in 4.5 seconds.
So these are the observations we are making. We are seeing free fall acceleration of the 47th floor. We are seeing sudden onset of the entire north side of the building. This is the one we are observing. We are seeing the building falling completely symmetrically. We are seeing it's falling all the way down. There's nothing sticking up in the little tiny pile I showed you a while ago. And just for refreshing your memories, there were 2 airliners, but there were 3 skyscrapers, and building 7 was not hit by an airliner. So just do your math, count to 3, and there will be something worth looking closer on. And this is what we've been. This is the challenge of tonight's presentation. Why did building 7 fall down? We have to take a look at the structure, how building 7 was designed. Here's a typical floor plan. There was, and this is the typical design of high-rises since the middle 50s. This is how you make a steel frame high-rise. You have a core of very sturdy columns. In this case, 24 in number. And they carry about 60 to 70% of the load of the building. In building 7, you also have 57 perimeter columns framing the building all the way around here, and they are connected with horizontal beams all the way around, of course. And then the floors are lying on these horizontal beams between the core columns and the perimeter columns, like bookshelves. They carry absolutely nothing, except, of course, the people standing on the floors, but they do not carry any of the load of the building as such. I do not have any pictures of building 7 during construction. So I repeat and show you the same the same pictures you saw in the beginning, namely that of the towers, which was more sturdy. For once, they were more than twice the height. And also, at that time, this design was pretty advanced. It was adventurous. And so it was very sturdy, over designed actually. So you have 47 core columns, 236 perimeter columns going all the way through the building. And you've seen this before. This is the so-called box column. This is construction work. You'll see the perimeter columns being connected in modules 3 by 3, welded together here, and actually the welding is stronger than the steel itself, and the steel was very strong. This is the floor, and it is built or constructed. You have a framework, a very light, relatively light framework of steel here on the bottom below it, and here you see this free steel framework. There's a tiny thin steel plate lying here, and on top of that, there's a slab of concrete to a thickness between 10 and 18 centimeters, depending whatever was supposed to be on this particular floor, whether it was an ordinary office floor or a so-called technical